Welcome to The Business Coach, a show in which you're out to help entrepreneurs better their businesses. My name is Ian Dennis, and tonight on the show we'll be exploring the Ankara business, which literally is the unofficial clothing for every Kenyan. There's no wedding you're going to go in, or no celebration you're going to go to, and you find someone without an Ankara clothing. So tonight I'll be meeting up with entrepreneurs who are running these businesses. On the first half of the show, I'll be meeting up with Zippy Kimani, who runs Vavavoom, which is actually a very new enterprise in the business. I want to find out what exactly has her journey been, and what are some of the challenges she faces in her day-to-day business. And after the break, I'll be linking her up to Mr. Naftali Mbeya, the owner of Linen and Khaki, to give her advice on how exactly to better her business. So welcome to the show. Right now in Kenya, we're experiencing a lot of many persons being laid off. We have seen so many companies laying off people, and you happen to be a victim of that a couple of years back. Take me through that. What exactly happened?
The company was actually going through a restructuring process, and I happened to be among the few who were let go.
Mm-hmm. Which year was that?
That was in 2017.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, 2017. And I remember it caught me off guard because I just got a promotion. I was eyeing another promotion.
So everything was looking up.
Everything was looking up. I'd already planned out my year, and then bam, you know. So it really took me off guard, and I kind of went through depression because I felt like I was a failure. And it took me some time to work through that, and that's when I discovered my passion for fitness and coaching, and I decided to run with it.
Mm-hmm.
Because no one would take away my fitness from me.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So after now unemployment, you got into the fitness business.
Yes.
All right. Take me.
Fitness. What really impressed me about fitness is that every time I would get out from the gym, I realized that my mood was better. I was feeling brighter. I was feeling, lighter.
So it was a mode of coping.
Yes.
From the situation
Yes.
of now being unemployed.
Yes,
Right.
it really changed my mood. Actually, the serotonin actually changes your mood. Yeah, it's one of the best antidepressants. So after seeing the benefits for myself, I started now coaching my friends who are struggling with weight problems and self-image problems, and that's how now the business grew.
Oh, interesting. So you did it just a side hustle as you now trying to look for more opportunities.
Yes.
So how did the interest come about for you now to venturing into the clothing business?
Now what happened was after they started losing weight, they needed a whole new wardrobe. Yeah. And for me, the whole process of weight loss is a transformative process.
Yeah.
Even how you feel about yourself, how you look at yourself in the mirror is very different. So I want by the time you lose the weight, you're proud of who you are.
You have something to actually match the new you.
Exactly, the new you. That's why I founded Reinvent You, and after that now Vavavoom.
Mm-hmm.
Even the word itself, Vavavoom, how it rolls off the tongue, the attitude.
Such an interesting
brings.
name, yeah.
Yes. So that's when I decided to start Vavavoom to cater for people who have lost weight and they need a new wardrobe.
Oh, so you identify this particular niche.
Yes.
So how is it now? What the process now setting up now the new business? Because I know you're running the other business. How is it now setting it up and trying to try to create a niche for yourself in this particular business?
The good thing is I'd already built a clientele base with the fitness, so it was an easy transition for me because it was an obvious choice. And I started by coming up with Ankara fabric because I thought, number one, that you're embracing the African culture, and number two, the vibrant patterns and colors express the attitude that I wanted my clients to have when they show up into the world. So with that, and I didn't have to have a physical shop, so I said by just having online delivery.
So online, just primarily social media.
Yes, and word of mouth. So that has worked for me. Yeah, because once my clients wear my clothes, everyone asks them, "Oh, where did you get that?" Yes.
Interesting. And we've got one thing I've realized: Ankara is literally our unofficial Kenyan clothing. You never go for a wedding and you don't find someone without it.
Yes.
And I'm sure right now it's very competitive. So how do you set yourself apart from other players already in the market?
For me, I try and incorporate it in everyday life. Yeah, so you can wear it to the office and look very official and smart casual. You can go for dinner and look amazing. And I even catered for breastfeeding moms. Yeah, it's tailor-made to your needs. So for a breastfeeding mom, you don't have to struggle when you have my designs on. I specifically cater for that.
Yeah. And take me through your operations, because I know the tailoring business must have a tailor. Do you know how to tailor yourself besides being a designer? Just take me through your operations like.
I do know just a bit about the tailoring, but that is not my strength. My strength is out there getting business.
Right.
So I go identify a tailor. I go identify
different tailors, or you just have one tailor? How exactly do you go about it?
Different tailors, depending on the workload, yeah, because sometimes you can find you have a huge workload and you have a timer that you need to work with. So that's where I'm at the point. I don't have like permanent staff as such. So it depends on the workload that comes in. So identify the tailor, the fabric, and then give the tailor to do it and do the fittings.
Now let's touch back, I think, on a topic you started off earlier. I think right now I've been in business for a while now, a couple of years. How is it now being in business as compared to having been in employment before? Yeah, because I know there's so many people probably watching, and maybe some of them actually, unfortunately, were part of the layoff that's going on in the country. How's it for you?
Well, I don't want to sugarcoat it, but starting off is hard. To be honest, it's hard transitioning from employment to self-employment, because employment, you're sure at the end of the month there's this money coming in, but in self-employment, it's up to you, you know. And by the time you figure out the business, by the time you figure out how to present yourself, how to package yourself, it takes a bit of time, and you have to have that thick skin and an inner conviction that this is the path you want to take. That is what will help you, you know, bypass all the torture of uncertainty.
Yeah, because so much,
the fear of the unknown is real, and if you're not strong enough, you'll say that's not for me. But if you look at people like Jack Ma, how many times they failed. If you look at Steve Jobs, so when you look at successful people, you realize that failure is part of success. So with that kind of mindset, it's so easy to be successful in business, because every time you fail, your attitude is, what can I learn out of this? And just get yourself better and better and better.
Interesting. And now in the clothing business, what are some of the challenges you've been experiencing? What are some of the hurdles you face?
I can say getting reliable tailors, because some tailors disappoint you. Some tailors have other people working with them, you know, so you're not the priority. Another thing is sourcing materials. Yeah, sometimes good material, sometimes most times it's expensive. But when you tell a client this is how much it's gonna cost, they're like, it's expensive. I go buy clothes for 2,500, you know, and you're saying 4,000. Because
so
of
like
that,
bargaining a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
So trying to handle that to a point where you get the client to feel like, okay, they've gotten a good deal, as well as still making you profit. That can be a challenge sometimes.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And the final question I like asking to every entrepreneur that I have on the show is that, where do you see yourself in the next couple of years? Because you're going to come back to your business and see if it came to fruition.
Yes. Currently, I'm just in Kenya. Yeah. I want to set up systems enough that I can open myself to the global market, and there's a seamless transition from the client engagement up to the point of sale. That's what I'm working on, and I hope that in 5 years I'll be a global brand.
Amen.
Amen.
Interesting. I wish you all the best.
Amen.
After the break, I'll be linking up Zippy Kimani to Mr. Naftali Mbeya, the owner of Linen and Khaki, who's going to advise Zippy on how exactly to better her business and how exactly she can overcome some of the challenges she faces in her day-to-day business. So keep it right here on The Business Coach, where we help entrepreneurs better their businesses.